What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 45, and we start today's episode off by looking at Sam Byram, the young right back of Leeds, of course, and we also look at Tom Ince as well. Of course, we've still got 3.5 million to work with in the transfer budget, plus a wage budget of 39 grand, so I mean, I'm still thinking about picking up another couple of players as well, but I'm not entirely sure. We might do actually no business whatsoever until the rest of the transfer window is over, and then possibly looking to strengthen the side in January, but I don't know, maybe we can do some more business. There's still a few players I'm looking at, of course. Sacco and Ince were two of the original players I was looking at, and we are, of course, still looking at a new goalkeeper, but who knows what will happen come the end of the summer transfer window. But anyway, guys, I just want to say, if you can get 600 likes on this video, then I will upload another episode of Career Mode tonight. I usually only do one episode of Career Mode during the week, but you know, we had a quadruple episode amount on the weekend. We had 4 episodes of Career Mode on the weekend, and I think I might do the same again. I'm not sure, but at least just in case I don't, let's try and have a double upload of Career Mode today. If you can get 600 likes on today's episode, I will upload another episode of Career Mode for you later on this evening, and maybe we'll have another 4 episodes during the weekend. I'm not sure yet. I'm not entirely sure, but anyway, yeah, we are still looking at some players here. This episode does have a lot of business, like all of them do until the end of the transfer window, but we're looking at some players. I think that was Antonio there. We were looking at the young English winger. Well, he's not that young anymore, and also Callum McManaman as well of Wigan. So yeah, there's a few wingers, as I've said. You know, when I was talking about this a couple episodes ago, at the moment we've got 3.5 million, and the general aim really is to strengthen the side in terms of depth. And on the wing, we don't actually have that many options. You take out Carrasco and Kelvin, and you're only left with Stanislas. We have no other wingers in our team. So with that in mind, we might go ahead and pick up another winger just to play in the reserves, or possibly, if they're good enough, like Sacco and Ince would. Not sure if McManaman, Buckley or Antonio would be, but definitely Sacco and Ince would be. We could possibly play one of those 3 of Carrasco, Kelvin and whoever the other one would be through the middle, and possibly play a 4-2-3-1 with Larson and Trotter as holding midfielders. But again, they're not natural holding midfielders, so I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. I might change the team formation. I'm not sure. I'm still thinking about it at the moment. There's a lot to consider. There's loads and loads of players we're still thinking of, and we'll have to wait and see. But we're also looking at some fullbacks as well. Todd Kane of Blackburn, Hector Bellerin, is that you pronounce that, of Watford, although I think he's actually on loan at Watford in real life, and he actually plays for Arsenal. And also John Stones of Everton. So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm still thinking about it, because I like to sign a new right back as well. Of course, Alan Dunn is currently at Yeovil on loan. He's been at the club since he was 8 years old, but I just thought, as much as I like to keep the old guard at the club, he's 62 or 63 overall at best. He's 32 or 33 years old. He's just not good enough for the Premiership. He's got to go. I mean, I'm not going to sell him. I'm not going to release him. His contract's up at the end of the year. I'm going to give him another 1-year contract, but I'm not going to sell him, but I just don't see the point in keeping hold of him, because we're not going to play him. But I don't want to release him either, because then it's like, oh, he's been in the club all his life though. So yeah, I don't know, but I'll look at another right back anyway, just, you know, for when Dunn retires, hopefully very soon, because I don't really want him, but I don't want to get rid of him either. And then of course we'll try and sign a right back just to play backup really. But we took on West Brom for the first game of the episode, and sadly it was West Brom that took the lead. The shot came in, Fabricio blocked it, and I think it was Morrison at the far post there who got to the ball first and put the ball past Nyland to make it West Brom 1, Millwall 0. That was a really frustrating goal to concede, because Fabricio made a great block, but there was no one at the far post. Eder Nilsson got dragged into the centre there. There was no one at the far post marking him, and it was a simple finish in the end to make it West Brom 1, Millwall 0. But straight from kick-off, Danny Ings is onto the ball, gives it to João Vitor. Our Brazilian midfielder gives it to Seb Larson. Larson then finds Carrasco down the left-hand side, stops the ball, gets past his man with the scoop turn, goes through the middle of 3 defenders there, keeps on running, finds the space, runs into the space, and puts the ball into the back of the net. So straight from conceding the goal, Carrasco scores. I think he scored like 3 goals like that already in this series, where he sort of ran from the left side and he's just cut through the middle and used all the pace and all the agility, got onto his right foot and just smashed it. And it's a pretty easy goal to score, in fairness. Although it does look very nice, it's still a pretty easy goal to score, because the pace is just so much, no one can catch up with him. And that made it West Brom 1, Mill 1. It's still a nice goal, and you still have to be on your game to make the well, to score it. But even so, it was a bit of a routine goal, really, considering Carrasco's got so much pace. No defender was going to catch up. But West Brom did put themselves back in front, and that goal really annoyed me there because Jack Robinson just seemed to dive for no reason, and Shane Long had the simplest of finishes. I think it was Shane Long, and that made it West Brom 2, Millwall 1. But in the 67th minute, Carrasco's through again here, and it's another sort of carbon copy of the goal he scored earlier. He just runs, and no defenders can catch up with him, and because of because his pace and his agility is so high, no defenders can get anywhere near him, and he's basically got a free shot on goal, and it was a simple finish there into the back of the net as he puts the ball in, and it was just annoying, really, because as nice as the goals look, and they're just a bit routine, and I don't like to score too many goals like that, because yeah, they are nice goals, don't get me wrong, and they still do require you to be accurate when it comes down to arching a run, and obviously getting the finish right as well. But even so, I guess they might look a bit routine and a bit too repetitive. But even so, it's West Brom 2, Millwall 2. I'm not going to say no to it. And in the 73rd minute here, Kelvin is onto the ball down the right hand side. He's got all the pace in the world to beat Chris Brunt. He ends up Rabona the ball into the box for a Rabona cross. It comes to Liam Trotter, and well, if you thought the two Carrasco goals were quite easy to score, that was just an absolutely superb finish by Liam Trotter. What a superb strike on the half volley. Our captain finds the top corner. It was a lovely assist by Kelvin as well, but cheeky Rabona there. And yeah, Lee Camp can't believe it, but it's West Brom 2, Millwall 3, and it's just an awesome strike by Trotter. It's the way he stopped the ball and then half volleyed it. Do you know what I mean? Just pure composure and just absolute superb accuracy right into the top corner. Looks awesome on next gen. No chance for Lee Camp. I thought it might have took a deflection off the defender, but it didn't, and Lee Camp had no chance with that. What a goal by Liam Trotter it was, and that made it West Brom 2, Millwall 3. So we came from behind to take the lead in this game, and it was our captain who did get us his first goal of the season and our third goal of the game. But in the 84th minute here, we were closing out the wing. Claudio Jacob found Chris Brunt. Brunt played it back to Morrison, and Morrison chipped the ball over to Anichebe, and again, you would have seen the second goal West Brom scored. I might have actually got it wrong. I think it might have been Fabricio that did the dive, but on this one at least you can see it here. Jack Robinson, I waited intentionally until the ball was going to be at his feet so he could pass the ball away, and instead he goes for a header, and there's no need for that. Do you know what I mean? It's just, I mean, I don't want to blame the AI, but you kind of have to. Do you know what I mean? Like, why did they do those stupid little, mistimed jumps? There's no need for it. There's literally no need for it. And that just really, really frustrated me. But sadly, the game did finish West Brom 3, Millwall 3. And it was annoying, to be honest, because we deserved to get a win in that game. And again, I don't want to blame the AI. It is my poor defending at the end of the day, but you need some help from the AI. You really do. And when you have them just doing those stupid jumps for no reason, it costs you so many goals. And you can talk about it being mistimed as well, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, that third goal was not mistimed at all. I perfectly timed it for him to pass the ball away back to Nyland, and instead, I don't know. I don't want to blame the AI too much. Well, I'll just take the blame for it. But it's still frustrating as hell, really. But anyway, we go back in for Sergio Romero there, because Nyland didn't actually play too well in that game. He probably should have done better with the third goal for West Brom, and he didn't. And also we see loads and loads and loads of transfers get rejected for all these players, which is not a real surprise. And we also saw that Everton also accepted a deal to take John Stones on loan, but I'm not entirely sure whether I'm going to accept that. But there was loads and loads of rejections there for all the goalkeepers and the few wingers we were going in for, and also Sam Byram as well of Leeds. And again, we went in for Sam Byram once again because I would like to get hold of Sam Byram. He's a young right back. He's only 21 years old. I'd imagine he's got mid to high 70 potential, and as a backup right back, he could possibly challenge Eder Nilsson for that number 2 jersey come a few years down the line. So I wouldn't mind getting hold of Sam Byram, but it looks like his transfer fee is going to be a bit too much for us. But John Stones as well, I'm not sure we're going to take him because he's on 20 grand a week, and you got to realise that the right back we're going to sign is going to be a backup right back. And with Eder Nilsson having high stamina as well, he probably won't play that many games, so that's why I don't really want to take a player that's going to cost us 20 grand a week on a wage budget. But Carrasco is not leaving the club, believe it or not. I just said no way to that deal. There's no way I'm letting go of Brian Carrasco. Scored 2 goals against West Brom in the last game, and he's just an all-round beast on this game. And again, Leeds said no to the deal for Sam Byram. It looks as though we'd have to pay at least 2 to 3 million to get hold of him, and quite frankly, I'm just not going to bother because I don't want to pay that much for him. Although he's a good right back, I do know that. I'm sure any Leeds fans would agree with me. He's a very talented young man. I don't see the point in paying that much for a right back that's going to be a bit of a backup right back, really, as Edenilson is first choice. But Todd Kane of Blackburn Rovers, he's another player I'm considering trying to get him into the side because, as I said, the deal with Sam Byram, although Byram is probably going to be better than Kane, I'm pretty sure he would be, Kane is going to be far cheaper, and he's also only £6,000 on a wage budget, and he's going to be a player who, quite frankly, I don't think he'll complain that much if he doesn't get into the squad, whereas Sam Byram, a player who will probably grow quite well, would probably be asking questions a lot of the time saying, why can't you play me over Edenilson? So that was the thinking behind this one. I mean, £750,000 was what we offered. Blackburn said yes, and to me, that could be a potentially very, very good deal because, quite frankly, like, you know, I don't think Kane will be as good, but I think he'll be a player that doesn't complain, and when he does get in the side, he'll do quite well for us. And he does go ahead and accept a contract as well, which made me very, very happy indeed. £750,000 and only £6,000 on the wage budget. And of course, John Stones, we hadn't rejected that one. We just stalled it for the time being. But I did stall the Todd Kane one, just in case I can find someone better than him to play right back. We probably will go ahead and sign him, but you know, we've still got a couple of days before transfer deadline day is over, so we've got as much time as we want, really. Well, 2 days. We've got enough time to still see if we can pick up Sam Byram, because I would prefer to pick up Sam Byram. However, I don't think I'm going to want to spend more than 1.75 million at the max, but we'll wait and see what happens there. But we also saw that we had some contracts running down at the end of the year. Alan Dunn, who, as I said, I probably will offer a contract to just before his contract expires, just for another year. I'm just waiting until he retires, really, because again, I don't want to see him really leave the club, because it seems a little bit not unrealistic, but considering the fact we're a Premier League club, but it just seems a little bit harsh. But also we also look down and see if we can offer Leao Gutierrez a new deal as well, because I'd like to keep hold of him as he is our scout future star for as long as possible. But as always, guys, a big thank you for watching today's video. Don't forget, if you can put, what did I ask for, 600 likes, I think it was. If you can put a lot of likes on this video, I'll upload never to the career mode later. So thanks for watching, leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you later.